Peace. What's the word? What's happening, everybody? Hopefully, everybody is having a powerful, peaceful, and productive Friday. We back tapped in for another episode of the Mental Health Friday, just to see where y'all mentals are at. I'm gonna give y'all about 3 to 5 minutes to check in with me. Let me know how y'all living and feeling on this wonderful Friday. What's the word, man? Everything is peaceful and smooth on my end. So now I need to hear how everything is going on y'all end. What's the word? Terenzo, peace. What's happening, my brother? What's the word? Javon, peace. What's happening? How we living? How we feeling on this wonderful Friday? Hey, Ken, my brother, peace. What's happening? What's the word? Tony, peace. What's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling on this wonderful Friday? Tap in. They finally gave you the alert. Must be because I'm doing a little bit better with consistency or something. I don't know. You know, they do a lot of hating. So who knows, man? You might not even get you might not get the alert for the next 2 or 3 times I go live, man. I ain't no telling. Every piece, what's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling? How we holding up? How we holding up on this Friday, man? Y'all see the subject matter for the day, man. We talking about emotional, occupational burnout, something that I know many people have experienced on both sides, on the emotional level and the occupational level. Oh, Ken, man, everything's smooth, man. I ain't don't do too much complaining, you know. We elevating, we prospering. That's it. That's all I can ask for. You know, sticking to the regimens around here, man. The workout regimen, eating regimen, reading regimen, just staying consistent. You know, that's what I've been working on for the past few months, man. Consistency in all areas of my life, not just the areas where I want to be consistent, even just being consistent in the areas where I just don't care to be consistent. So I'm just striving to be consistent in all areas of my life, doing those things that I don't necessarily want to do consistently. I done mastered the art of doing kind of what I like to do, you know, working out, stuff like that. I like to do that, you know, but there are other elements. There are other elements to it, man, things I don't too much want to do. And that's where I tend to struggle with the consistency. So I'm staying consistent in those areas. Oh, Terenzo, yeah, you good for sure. Red Mike, peace. What's happening? Hey, Tony, there it is. Hey, slow and steady. What they say, I say slow motion, better than no motion. You know, as long as I got some motion going, you know. Now, when I'm stagnant, there is no motion, then I have a problem. Lindell, peace. What's happening? What's the word? So since we tapped in, man, y'all already know the first assignment. Give me that number on that scale from 1 to 10. What is that mental health looking like today on that scale from 1 to 10? 10 being great, fabulous, wonderful, 1 being terrible. What score would you give yourself right now today based on how the week has been going for you? So go ahead and put that number in the chat. Y'all already know it's the first assignment. Got to check in, got to get that number on that 1 to 10 scale. Where would you rate your mental? How this week treats you on that 1 to 10 scale, 1 being trash, 10 being great, fabulous, wonderful. What number we giving ourselves? Put that number in the chat. We got 7s, we got 8. Tap in, give me that number. So we got 70%, we got some 80%. So we doing all right. Tap in, let me know some. Say a low 7, but it's a 7. There it is. We'll take that 70. We'll take it. 10, there you go. You say 10. I control what I control well, whatever I can't. Good with it. There it is. Every we got 7. Tony, you say you learned some new things this week. Hey, what's something that you learned? I'm always striving to learn something new each week, each day for real. But yeah, Ken, man, hey, I tell people that, and I see how in theory it's simple, but in practice, people have a problem implementing that simple piece of advice. Control what you can control. And everything that's outside of your control, man, the only thing you really can't control about that is how you perceive it. And a lot of people just have a hard time accepting that and implementing that simple piece of advice. Man, if you can't control it, like, don't stress over it, don't stress about it. Main thing being other people. We can't control other people nor what they do and say, yet those are the main things that we tend to stress about in life. Other people and what they do and what they say, how they respond to things that we did and said. Like, we be stressing over that. Like, man, I can't control that. I can't control how the next man perceives something. I can't control how the next man moves. You know what I mean? I can't control that. But that's like 9 times out of 10 when you talking to somebody about what's stressing them out, man, it has a lot to do with like other people. Hey, Terenzo, man, I 1,000% feel that. I'm in the same boat especially with my back. I had a setback with my back, but it's all good. We gonna set some appointments up and we gonna knock that out. Years of football and heavy lifting took its toll on my back, man, some years ago. So I'll be going through a little back issue or back situation from time to time, but I bounce back. So I definitely feel that, Terenzo, for sure. Tony, hey, you gonna have to give us that information, man, because I'm tapped in, especially when it comes to learning about AI. AI is a very interesting topic, subject matter these days. Javon, where you at? You say, not gonna lie, I'm a decent 6 right now. Last time I put a number, I was at a 4, so it's an improvement. There we go. That's elevation. That's progress. Just focused on reframing my thoughts and showing more gratitude as I turn 23 tomorrow, so I'm grateful. Javon, there it is. Hey, happy early born day for you. You know what I'm saying? CC, peace. What's happening? Dread Mike, I'm already knowing a lot of us are. I know I done had my moments, but I'm getting better at it. Tony, the language translators. Hey man, you're gonna have to break it down further for us. Hey Devin, you say, what's up, bro? Happy birthday to you. Hey, right on. Appreciate that. B-Day was yesterday for those that didn't know, but appreciate that. Fighting off congestion this week, but I'll say I'm at a good 85%. I'm really just grateful for being able to wake up and constantly get better. There it is. That's what I'm always grateful for, always. Terenzo, you say everyone else's comments aren't showing up. Hey, somebody, y'all see in the comments? Let us know something. Let Terenzo know something. Y'all seeing everybody else's comments? Lindell, you say keeping money in my savings is my downfall. Then I find myself chasing it. Oh yeah, and I got some thoughts about chasing anything. Yeah. Hey Brian, peace. What's happening? Airview, peace. Appreciate that, Antonio, my brother. Peace. Tony, you say AI that can translate different human languages. Okay. We're gonna have to keep you. We're gonna have to stay tapped into you, man. You learn about that AI on us. You're gonna have to give us that inside information. For sure. But now we tapped in for the most part. Oh yeah, CC, yeah, for sure. I didn't try this thing, man. They asked me this question. So yeah, it is two different live streams going on in 2 different formats. So that may be what's causing the issues here. Joint thing got a little fancy on us. But let me ask the questions here before I elaborate and build on this subject matter, man. We talking about emotional and occupational burnout. Pretty sure they're self-explanatory. Have any of you all, which I'm sure you all, but of course I'm going to ask, I'm never going to assume, have any of you all experienced emotional and or occupational burnout? Are you currently experiencing either one of the two? Have you experienced it, and are you currently going through it? And people don't understand, especially with occupational burnout. You could love what you do 1,000% and still get burnt out on it. It's like having a favorite food or a favorite artist, favorite piece of music, favorite album. Man, you get burnt out on all of that. Man, you can get burnt out on stuff that you actually enjoy. So having experience in a burnout doesn't necessarily mean that you hate something. It just literally means that you burnt out. But tap in, man. Have y'all experienced any emotional burnout and occupational burnout? Now, emotional burnout is a little bit deeper. And if you care to elaborate on your experience with either burnout or both burnouts, go ahead and tap in and let us know. Ross's Realities, peace, what's happening? Brian, you say, I think I'm actually going through occupational fatigue right now. Now, my brother Brian, now you say you think. What's stopping that? What's stopping that from being definitive? Because you say you think, meaning you're not really sure. So what's preventing you from being like 100% sure that that's what you're experiencing right now? Denisha Peace, what's happening? You say, yes, for sure, experiencing both with having children and an unfulfilling job. There it is. There we go. So, question for that. Are you implementing anything in your day-to-day life right now to help get past the occupational and emotional burnout? Are there any tactics, strategies, and anything like that that you've implemented recently to help you out with this situation or with the situations? That unfulfilling job burnout is nasty work. Like, that's one of the worst burnouts, one of the worst feelings ever. Like when your job is unfulfilling and you burnt out because of that. Like, I definitely feel that. Dread Mike, would you say my case was a friend of mine? Wait a minute. Friend of mine who took his life and blamed myself for what happened. Passing of my grandma was a nail in the coffin and blame myself for her. Okay, so that guilt, when at the end of the day, now it's easy to tell somebody that it's not their fault, but that doesn't stop people from believing and thinking that it is and was their fault. So I can definitely understand where you're coming from on that. I don't know the stipulations behind anything that happened, so I don't want to speak out of line because I don't really know the full details. So I don't really want to sit here and tell you that things are not your fault and you shouldn't feel that way when I don't really know what actually happened. But I can understand feeling like that, especially if it was like a situation where you was real close to the individuals and some popped off and you like legitimately felt responsible for whatever popped off, for sure. Terenzo, you say Army almost burned me out, so I got out. Should have stayed in the Marines. Man, I've heard that from the few people I know that was in the Army. Brian, what you say? I try to meet people where they are as opposed to where I think they are, but people I interact with constantly make me question, am I tripping? The moment you find yourself around people that constantly have you asking yourself that question, here's my answer to that. When you around people and you keep asking that question, am I tripping? The correct answer is yes, because now you associating with the wrong people, or you telling them you telling them too much, or whatever the case may be. So the answer is yes, you're tripping, but not in the way that you think you tripping. Like you tripping in meeting these people where they are. That might be where you're tripping. Like that method might not be working for you now because it got you thinking that you tripping. Maybe you need to try a new approach. I got a different perspective on that particular approach, meeting people where they are and dumbing myself down for people and keeping things simple to where, you know, folks can understand it. Like, I actually don't like that. I actually don't like that approach. Like, I don't like dumbing myself down so that somebody that doesn't have like doesn't strive to elevate intellectually or whatever the case may be so that they can understand me. Like, no, like, I'm learning what I learned for a reason. You know, I'm elevating and progressing in life for a reason. It is not to dumb myself down. Like, other people can catch up to where I'm at if they are not on this level. If they are underneath me, as far as that goes, then they can catch up. You know, it was plenty of people that I feel like are above me. I don't want them to dumb themselves down when they are communicating with me. I'm just gonna catch up to them. Like, I don't like how much we encourage folks to like dumb themselves down in this society. Like, I don't like it. If you are around me, never dumb yourself down. Like, I promise you, I'm gonna find a way to understand exactly what it is that you're telling me. We have too many devices at our disposal. We have too many tools at our disposal to help me figure out what it is that you're saying. You know, so I'm never going to encourage somebody to dumb it down when they talking to me. Never. I may simply just ask you for an explanation or for you to elaborate on something that I didn't understand, but you don't have to dumb it down at all. Let your light shine. Stop suppressing that light, you know. But yeah, I get trying to meet people where they are as opposed to where you think they are. Like, I get it. It's something and sometimes that's hard to do, you know, because again, now you got to bring yourself down to their level, man. And sometimes for some people that's just hard to do. Like, it's just hard to do. Like, I don't know about you all, but like sometimes it's challenging. Like, for me, if I'm interacting with certain people and I just feel like they on a certain level, like sometimes it's hard for me to communicate with them. I start feeling yeah, man, I just feel like I'm dumbing myself down and I don't like that feeling. It's almost like being a sellout, man, and just feeling it, just feeling guilty about it. Like, I just don't like the feeling of dumbing myself down. Every you say emotional burnout happened far too early. You talking about in your case? Hey, Dread, Mike, what you say? You hit the nail on the head or hit on the head. I felt that I could have prevented it. My friend wanted to talk to me, but I was tied up, and I finally talked to him. But he's still in this life, man. I understand that. I understand. Like, understand. Definitely understand. Like, don't nobody understand that. I definitely understand. And I had to come to grips with certain things like that, man. It just wasn't what I've understood about people in that mental space. When they make up their mind to go through with it, they are going to go through with it no matter what is said to them. Like, when a person has decided to end their life, like from my experience, when they've made that decision, it's no talking them out of it. If you talk the person out of it, then they didn't fully make that decision in their mind. Like, they was hesitant to begin with. You know, for the most part, when people have made that decision in their head, like, I'm gonna go through with this, it's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can say. Now we gonna play it back and think like after it all transpired and occurred, like we're gonna be like, man, if I just would have had that conversation with him, if I just would have told him this. When they make that decision, when they say, all right, man, I'm ending it all, like that's it. There's nothing that can be said to them. It's nothing that could have been said to them to make them change their minds. Like it nothing. Devin, what you say? Occupational burnout, being a trainer and absolutely loving what I do Dealing with a lot of people every day can be a lot mentally and emotionally. So I've learned to embrace my decompression time a lot more. Tell me about it. You already know we got the same occupation. People don't understand that side of the game. Just having to being in the business of helping people reach goals on a daily basis can be taxing, and it can also cause you to neglect your own self and your own health. You know, when you're in a service industry and you serving the people, a lot of times you lose yourself in that process. And that's something that I did. And I'm trying to get back into taking care of me and pouring into me. But that's something that I have went through, and I'm actually currently working on getting myself out of that. Excuse me. But yeah, that happens a lot, man, when you are in a service-based industry, man, and you helping people reach their goals and just assisting the people. And that's your occupation, man. That can become a lot, you know, because you know, as a trainer, man, people low-key view you as a therapist, and they view working like they view it as therapy. They view it as therapy. So they come in there and they release a lot of energy on you during sessions. And sometimes that energy can be heavy. And like we not technically there for that. You know what I mean? We here to put you through a workout, fam. Like all this other stuff is extra, you know. So a lot of times people come in them gyms, man, and have these trainers, and they just dump a lot of emotional energy onto the trainer. And it's heavy. So just imagine if you seeing 10, 15, 20, 25 people throughout the week. Man, that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of heavy energy being dumped on you. And a lot of times you don't have anywhere to dump that energy. So that's why, man, it's important too, man, when you depending on the field you in, man, you got to have somebody that you can talk to, whether it's a therapist or whether it's somebody that does exactly what you do, that understands what you go through. You know, so Devin, you a trainer talking to other trainers, you know what I mean? Like all of that. You just gotta make sure you have somebody that you can talk to. You know, if you in that type of industry, man, where you got to be helping people and you got to be assisting people, man, make sure you got somebody assisting you. Like for sure. Audrey and Mike, now that's heavy right there. That's heavy. Like that's heavy. And that's something that I'm gonna sit with that response instead of responding immediately with a question, because that's just heavy, man. Like that's heavy. I'm gonna have to step back, revisit that. Can for sure, always. You know, and back to dumbing myself down. That's like me working out, right? And finding a workout partner, and I'm lowering my weight. You know what I mean? Like I'm lifting lighter than I normally lift. I'm doing less reps than I normally do. I'm not gonna dumb my workout down because you're not on my level. Like, no, I'm gonna push you to get to where I'm at. But I'm definitely not about to lower, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to lower the bar for me. You know, I'm able to squat 350. You want me to go down to 250. I'm not gonna see any results that way. No, we gonna work you up to this 350. You know, that's what we gonna do. So I'm not gonna dumb my workouts down to try to appease you. I'm not gonna benefit from that. Like I don't benefit from making my workout easier, you know, to accommodate you. That's not how that works. You know, so I look at everything in life the same way. I'm not about to lower my standards to accommodate anybody. That doesn't benefit me. What am I learning all of what I'm learning for? You know what I mean? To not be able to use it in my day-to-day life? Like, nah. Hey, Curtis, peace. What's happening? Terenzo, man, all the time. Speaking life into oneself is very underrated. Simple concept, but not many people actually practice that. Like, not too many people actually consistently speak life into themselves on a daily basis. Like, not many people actually do that, man. You know, and that's something I strive to make sure I do every day in some way, shape, or form, whether it's for 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 3 minutes. Dread Mike, man, hey, RA for sure. Taking a break is crucial. And I was reading some. It basically talked about consciously doing nothing, like setting a day aside to where you literally do nothing and don't let anything take you away from that day. Like scheduling a day to do nothing. Like that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it, man. Finding a day out the week where it's like, all right, I'm doing nothing. Like I'm doing absolutely nothing. Like I'm getting into it. Like that's the type of self-care I'm like aiming towards right now, man. Consciously doing nothing, man. We live in society where we feel like we have to be doing something all the time. Like do nothing. Do nothing, man. Devin, what you say? I'm finally at the point where I don't care to dumb myself down anymore. It's still a challenge, but it's liberating. It's really self-preservation. 1000%. Like I said, man, we don't learn all the stuff we learn just to sit on it. Like you might be encouraging somebody, man, when somebody see you building and you not dumbing yourself down and they see that intellectual light shining, like you might be inspiring more people than you discouraging. And you can't worry about discouraging folks. Like I really don't care if I'm discouraging you because or intimidating you because of what I'm saying, what I'm building on, what I'm elaborating on. I don't care. Either way, you gonna rub somebody the wrong way either way. You know, so you might as well just be yourself, fam. Like that's what you might as well do. And if your natural and true self is to let that intellectual light shine, then do that and be that. You know, so that's been my focus as far as the emotional and occupational burnout. The emotional burnout is underrated, you know, and that's part of just like having empathy or being empathetic, man. When you just are one of those people, like you might be the strong person in your family, or you might have one of those occupations where you have to, you know what I'm saying, deal with the public, and you get a lot of people talk to you a lot. And with that, they share a lot of deep and personal information with you. And again, like I said, a lot of that is heavy. That can cause an emotional burnout because when they telling you all this heavy information, man, you feel it. Like not only do you receive it, man, but you feel it. You know, and that can start getting heavy after a while, especially like I said, if it's 20, 30 people hitting you with that every week, that can wear you down emotionally to the point where you just become numb to like your own situation. And that's kind of one of the that's one of the ways to kind of determine if that's what you are experiencing, man. When you becoming numb to your own situations and your own emotions, man, you might be burnt out just from having to deal with the public and all the stuff that they got going on. Hey, Nita, peace, what's happening? Dante, peace, what's happening? So yeah, man, if you are in a business to where you have to hear the day-to-day struggles and problems of the masses and the public, that will wear you down. Not even can, that will wear you down. So like that's why it is important to just make sure you are prioritizing yourself daily. What they call self-care, man. You never neglect that, fam. If you neglect that, you will experience all of these burnouts. And when you experience these burnouts, it will hit hard because you don't have any type of self-care routine in place. You can have a self-care routine in place, like a daily self-care routine and regimen, and still experience these burnouts, but it won't hit you as hard because you are taking care of yourself on a daily basis. So you will bounce back a lot faster from the burnout. But when you don't have anything in play, man, the burnout will take you out of the game. Like you will start getting sick. All type of stuff will happen if you don't have a self-care routine and regimen, a daily self-care routine and regimen. And I noticed like a lot of people just don't have that, you know, and that's why when they hit the burnouts, whether it's emotional and occupational, like it hits them hard. hits them hard. Like I done seen some people go down from occupational burnout and emotional burnout. Talking about get real sick. It's because they wasn't taking care of themselves. You can never neglect that. Airview, yes. I'll put them in the same category, for layman terms. Like I'm gonna just put them in the same category. Emotional and mental burnout for sure. To me, they one in the same. Like I don't divide them. I just put them in the same box. But yeah, we cannot neglect ourselves. Like my health. I gotta make sure I'm eating right. If I wasn't eating right, because that's part of my self-care, which it should be part of everybody's self-care. But if I wasn't eating halfway decent, then I probably would have been all bad out here. With the way my schedule is, with how strenuous my schedule is, with the amount of people that I interact with on a day-to-day basis. Like I would have been hospitalized if I didn't eat right and work out. I promise you, I would have been hospitalized. There's no way that I would have been able to have the schedule that I have successfully if I wasn't working out and eating right. No way. No, it wouldn't have been possible. Wouldn't have been possible. So like that's myself, making sure I'm eating 80% good, making sure I'm working out consistently. The sleep I'm working on, you know what I mean? Like I'm working on that, trying to get better at that. That's why I be having my days during the weekend where I'm just like, I'm asleep. I'm gonna get more sleep than I usually get. But the eating right, working out, got it down. Feed my mind, like stuff keeping me a little sane. If I wasn't doing these things, I would have been had some type of health crisis. I'm 1,000% sure of that. Because I got a hectic schedule. Things get real in the field. But due to the fact that I exercise and eat right, like it's helping me power through what I gotta do. Oh yeah, Dante, man. Listen, sleep is so hard for me to come by. It ain't even now, it used to be kind of like an insomnia situation, but now it's like I just be having so much going on. Like I literally lay down, and by the time I'm like ready to lay down, I'll be having about 5 hours. But now when I hear somebody say they got a good 8 hours of sleep, I like legit be like, how is this even possible? Like I can't tell you the last time I got a full 8 hour, like 8 hours straight. Like during the weekend, I might get 8 hours broken up throughout the day because I done had to take some naps or two. But like I can't tell you last time during the week when I had to get up and work that I got a legit 8 hours. Like I can't tell you. I'm gonna get a good 5 or 6 during the week. So I'm working on that for sure. Man, Curtis, I done did everything, but like I said, now my problem is not even going to sleep. I mean, that's semi the problem. But like literally the time when I'm done working, like it be late, just be working late, early mornings, late night type of vibe. So I'm working on getting my schedule in a way to where I don't have to be either working so late or getting up so early or both. So that's the main problem with me and sleep now. Like I just be working so late and I work a lot throughout the day. Then I have to get up early. So I just end up taking those unintentional naps. You know how it is, man, when you sitting down somewhere, you don't have the intention to go to sleep or take a nap, and next thing you know, you end up out for an hour or two. That's what be happening to me now. Hey, Big Smooth, peace, what's happening? Tony, for sure, got to grind, That's how my mind is. I'm working now, so I can get that sleep later. But I'm still trying to find a little balance. What they say, work smarter, not harder type of vibes. So now I'm in the process of working smarter in life. I didn't master working harder. Like I've mastered that. I think I know for a fact I can work pretty hard, man. So now it's like, all right, let me work smarter now. I don't have no problem working. Like I've proved that to myself. You know, some folks lazy, some folks won't work. I have proven that I'm not one of them, you know. So if I need to get out here and make it happen, I'm gonna make it happen. But now it's time to just work smarter, man, especially with the climate of today. Red Mike for sure. Gotta work out, gotta eat right, get all that down. Dread Mike, hey, for sure. Sometimes, hey, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I got this from my grandfather. Uh, a man's watch westerns. Y'all know them old school black grandfathers may love westerns and John Wayne and stuff like that. So I actually then picked up that from my grandfather. That's the only other person I know watch westerns. Man, I'll watch a western. Man, next thing I know, I'll be asleep. I throw some westerns on, man. It's over with. Hey, Tony, for sure. Hey, facts. I've been watching Rifleman. I done went back. That's literally what I was watching last night. Next thing you know, that joint was on like episode 7 or something. Straight up, like literally. Rifleman is what I literally was watching yesterday. But yeah, I turn on the Western, man. Next thing you know, boom. Dante math a lot of the math teachers was on that. But yeah, working smarter for sure. Antoinette, peace. What's happening? But yeah, I'm really working on like self, man. I've been trying to master this self-care routine for a little minute, man. I done got into like skincare, man. Just a little facial routine in the mornings. Just beards, man, trying to get the beard growing, like little stuff like that. I didn't realize how therapeutic some of that stuff could be, man. And that's stuff that I'm working on, you know, outside of like reading, man, just taking care of the skin, like getting into all type of different things, man. And that stuff is just, it's helping prevent any type of burnout for me. It's picking up a bunch of different little hobbies, man, like a bunch of different hobbies, just things that you do on a daily basis. Because I was getting out, like for real, that occupational burnout, along with the emotional burnout, just recently, man, was getting the best of your boy. Like I was like, man, I'm tired. It was getting to a point where I was tired of everybody, man. I'm like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I just got tired of talking to people. Like that's why I wasn't even like live streaming and putting out content consistently. I was tired of talking. I was tired of talking to people. Like I was just tired of people, man. Like I hit a wall, bro. I was just tired of it. I'm like, man, I'm sick of people. Like I was in my mind, like it seemed like every time you come across people, man, you come across problems. And I just got tired of hearing problems. I got tired of hearing negative energies. I was tired of hearing people complaining, you know? So I was like, man, I'm just sick of this. Sick of this. Lorenzo, hey, that's what I'm on now. Yep. Roots, peace, what's happening? Hey, Dread Mike, I think I don't even know if I follow you on TikTok. Because you know they compromised my original TikTok and I had to create another one. I feel like I was following you on my last TikTok, the one that they compromised. Devin for sure, man. The westerns and the martial arts flicks, man. Hey, blood sport. Hey, Jean-Claude Van Damme is my guy. So I watch any one of his movies, I turn them joints on to be good. Tony, I'm gonna check them out. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out for sure. I'm gonna see what they products talking about. Like for sure. But yeah, we got to make sure we putting things into motion for ourselves, man, because depending on what it is you do for a living, man, it's easy to get tired of it. Like I said, man, I had reached that point, man, where I got real tired of people. Like everybody knows my introvert personality, but when it comes to things that I like semi enjoy, like working out, I can get out of my comfort zone a little bit better. But man, after a while, man, it just gets draining. I don't even care if you extrovert. Just after a while, just talking to people every day is just draining. And it's no offense to the people. Like you just don't want to talk to people every day. Like that's just challenging, man. Hey, Don 2, peace. Appreciate you. Zaru, for sure. You already know. Like just talking to people every day, man, it's draining. And I had got to the point where I couldn't take it. So I really had to start pouring back into myself. And now I'm getting back to a decent state of mind when it comes to the occupation and just even my emotional and mental state. Like I'm not as bothered as I was. But I was quite bothered some months ago. Just got fed up, man. Anybody that came to me complaining, man, I was on edge. Like I about went off on them. Like, don't bring this energy in this dojo, you know. This is not the place to bring that energy. And it's almost like I was expecting, and we was talking about that earlier, not being able to control other people, you know, and what they say and what they do. You know, I just be expecting and wanting everybody to, when they come in the presence of me, just have some decent energy, man. Just be positive, man. Gotta be mad, negative, and complaining. Just be positive. That sounds good, but not everybody gonna be on that type of time, and that's something that you gotta accept. You just gotta make sure you stay as positive as possible, and don't become the people around you. You know, so don't become a product of your environment, especially when you're conscious of it. But sometimes, man, that stuff can affect you. That's why I tell people, man, that energy is contagious, man. When you coming around and you just constantly negative, constantly complaining, man, that's contagious. It's contagious. It has a bigger impact than most people that do that want to admit, want to acknowledge. That energy is very contagious, man. And that's why I personally don't be liking to be around it, because it takes nothing for me to stoop down to that level of complaining, of being negative. Like, it doesn't take much for me. That's like a recovering alcoholic being around alcohol. Like, he's more likely to relapse. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't put him around the alcohol. Don't put him around that alcoholic environment. That's how I am when it comes to like negative energy and stuff like that, man, because I used to bask in that negative energy. So I don't like being around the environment of negative. I don't like being in a negative environment because it's nothing for that to rub off on me. Like nothing. Because that's how I used to be, like all the time. You know, and I'm striving to conquer that. So I'd rather not be in those environments around people that keep doing that. Like, I just would rather not. Like, put me around some happy people, even if I feel like they annoy me. Like, I'd rather just be around the good energy. Dante, for sure. And the average person don't realize that, nor do they strive to implement that. You know, rest, even in the workout world, you know, rest is where you actually receive your results. Not while you're working out. Like, your muscles and all that stuff grow and the fat burns after the fact. Like, that's when your body actually transforms, when you are resting. So that's life. Rest is critical. You know what I'm saying? Like, rest is very critical in regards to one's success in life. Zaru, for sure. What they call that, ambivert or something like that. But yeah, I'm like way more on the introvert side. Only time where you can catch me being extroverted is when it's like, again, the gym environment. Outside of that, man, I ain't about to be doing too much talking to them like on this. It's about the most you're gonna get out of me. Other than that, I'm almost like the monks taking the oath of silence. Like, I really only like speaking when I got something of importance to say. Again, y'all know I'm not like a fan of small talk, so I really don't like those type of environments. Like networking and all that is filled with a bunch of small talk, so I don't really like those type of events. I'm not good at those events because I don't like small talk. You know, I just can't stand it. Actually, CC for sure, man. I'm trying to tell you that it's real, and the impact is for sure real. Like for sure real, man. I done been impacted way too many times, man. Way too many times. And then, like I said, on the flip side of that, that positive energy is just as contagious. So that's why I say I'd rather be around that, because that energy is just as contagious as the negative and toxic energy. Dante, for sure, definitely. One of my favorite books. CC, you say I went on a trip with a big group, stressful people. I needed to break away. Man, what is people sending me? Yeah, I needed to break away from people for about a week after that trip. Man, listen. I'm at a point now. I'm trying to tell you, when you go out of town, go somewhere with stressful people, worst trip on the planet. Worst trip on the planet. Don't even invite me. You know, y'all ever been somewhere with some folks or with a person, man, where nothing is ever good enough? Like they complain about everything. Like, man, just enjoy the fact that you are here. Like wherever we at, we here. You know, you ever just went somewhere or somebody, man, they find every little thing they complain about. Man, I can't stand that. I cannot stand it. They're gonna find something to complain about everywhere you go within the trip. Man, just stay at home, man. Tony for sure. Yeah, I can't stand it, man. When I got something powerful to say, I say it, and then that's it. Devin, definitely. Yeah, projection is real. Yeah, the projection is real. People do that way often than not. Like they project pretty consistently. That's one thing people consistently do is project. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I ain't have much time today, man. I got a lot of stuff going on, but I just wanted to tap in and build with y'all and stay consistent on my mental health Fridays, man. So this was a short build, but I feel like it was still effective. I appreciate y'all, man, for taking the time out of y'all busy Friday to tap in and add on to the stream, man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all again next Friday. I appreciate y'all as always. Hey, y'all have a wonderful and powerful weekend, and y'all have a wonderful and powerful week next week. I'm gonna tap in with y'all next Friday, though, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be easy out here. I'm out though. Peace.